I have Jason Saunders from Orient Express. Jason, I bet it feels like it's been a long week. You know, just summarise your week with Orient Express.
Challenging, certainly challenging. Felt like we made a lot of progress, which we were able to show today by being in the race with those other boats and strong wind conditions. We haven't done a lot of sailing in those conditions, so it was nice to be actually able to fight with them. And yesterday was a brutal day for us. We had some problems with the boat and we weren't able to show our potential. But really, we're happier with today. We know we've got a lot of work ahead, so we've got to get knuckle in and get into it, I think.
Hanging out with the team a little bit, but also watching how you approach the racing. There's a really good atmosphere in the team, a real will to improve. You're the last team in. Just perhaps talk to me about the atmosphere within the team and also, you know, what you take away from an event like this 10 months before the Cup.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rehearsal, isn't it, for what's going to be to come. And we know we're a smaller team, but I think that makes us more united, and we can really see that. Yesterday we did have some problems in the boat, and the team just really stuck in and got into it and found the problems and managed to fix the boat for us. And everyone's trying their hardest, and you can feel like when you have a good result, the team really they feel that, and the same when your results don't go your way. So they feel everyone's invested, and we're looking forward to the next year.
Brilliant answer. Right, we're going French. You all right? Yeah, whichever first you want to. Okay. I have Yves Detrey from Alinghi Red Bull Racing, who has a Red Bull, so there we go. Congratulations on the podium here in Jeddah. You know, what does that mean to the team?
I think it was very important to finish on the podium after the first race of today, where again we struggled a little bit and got a little bit unlucky jumping out of the wave and crashed. It was really important to finish well and don't lose the podium, and I think it means a lot for us, but also for the entire team.
The racing was tight, wasn't it? And it was fast and furious. You know, how much has the sailing team learnt here that they'll take on to next year and to Barcelona?
Yeah, I think we learned that with the monotype there's no mistakes allowed, and we have a little bit to work on, especially on the way we communicate on board, where we kind of missed some opportunities yesterday. And this is very important for us. It's a good learning for us as well for next year on the big boat. And I think we'll keep improve, and we'll try to get some match racing in and try to improve that for the big day.
Of course, Alinghi is an old established team in the Cup, but it really is a new field team. You know, how much confidence will the wider team, the designers and the shore crew, get from this podium position? I mean, what does it mean to the wider team of Alinghi Red Bull Racing?
Yeah, I think we'll be even happier as a team with the first or second, for sure, and that's what we came here for. Unfortunately, we made too many mistakes as sailors. The good thing is today the technical team proved to be strong as well. We didn't have any failure on the boat, and that was very important. And I think having a podium as a team, it is really key. And we really feel that everyone is behind us, and I think we didn't disappoint them too much, not making it to the final.
We're going French. It look easy as always.
What's that?
You made it look easy as always.
I'll pop you on the spot.
Oh, you're on the spot. There we go.
Yeah, now right up there.
We finally got a system on the final day.
Sorry,
Okay.
Seem to yourself on the X. We're good to
Yeah.
go, thanks.
We have Pete Burling, Emirates Team New Zealand. Pete, it felt from the get-go here in Jeddah that there was only one place for Emirates Team New Zealand to finish. You know, how important for all the team was the win here?
Yeah, it's a massive part of the campaign, these two preliminary events, and we thought we put on a really good show on Villanova, but obviously didn't get that chance to do the match race. But this weekend, I think we've kind of gone one better, and just improvements we're doing as a group. I think as a team we're really happy with, and it gives us a great platform to now build on into the America's Cup.
The America's Cup, of course, in a large part is a design challenge. But, how much confidence does everyone get that, the sailors can perform when they have to?
Yeah, well, I think you've still got to be able to sail an equal boat faster than someone else. I think you'll see the Cup being a lot more equal this time around than it ever has been. And it's something that, as a sailing team, to be leading the way in these one design classes, and something that's incredibly pleasing and just gives us a lot of confidence. It was definitely a bit bittersweet after Villanova. Sailing a great regatta, having a couple of mistakes and missing out on the win, but to get the job done here is super pleasing.
I mean, sailing fans around the world will have loved listening to the comms between the four of you. Maybe a word about the team, about the four of you, because it from the outside anyway, it feels like a really special unit. Yeah,
I think we've all known each other for so long. Obviously, me, Blair, and Andy have sailed together for an incredibly long time now, and against Nath for ages. So it's been great to bring everything together, and but like everything, you've still got a little bit to work on. But I think the way we performed this week is a really exciting sign of things to come.
How much confidence does it give you going into 2024?
I think it gives us a huge amount of confidence. It's obviously a completely different boat, different venue. But as a sailing team, you've still got to go out there and perform, and we're stoked with the way we did that this weekend.
Nice work, great answer, well done. Cheers. Arnaud, it felt like it was important for Alinghi to podium here, and you did that. How important is that podium position to the team?
Yeah, the podium here in Jeddah was really important. We just missed it out in Villanova. But the team did a really good effort to make sure that everything was in the right place, and we did what we needed to do to stay on the podium. There is still little details that we need to adjust, that we can reflect on today, and I think fighting on the second race with Team New Zealand and Luna Rossa the whole way was a good relief, and we're all happy with the boat speed, the way we sail the boat. Now we just need to put that all together for a week of race.
How much confidence is the performance here giving you going into next year, into the Cup year?
Yeah, the confidence it's really high, because it's always tricky to make sure that you actually sail fast the boat and well, and when you meet with the other team with the same boat, that you kind of find out, did we walk in the right direction? And I think we did, and we are on the right track. So next year is going to be something really different, and we just need to make sure that we are up to speed straight away, and just have to adjust little things.
We have Andy Maloney, Emirates Team New Zealand, winner here in Jeddah. Just let them know in the gallery. It sort of felt like from the very beginning this week, there was only one place that Emirates Team New Zealand needed to finish. How important is this win within the team?
Yeah, we came off the back of Villanova with a disappointing second place. We pretty much made an unforced error to lose that event. So we came here, our intentions was exactly that, just for the win. And all week, we've been building throughout the week and sailing the boat really well. The Italians sailed amazingly this week as well, with showing some really good pace in the AC40 and sailing the shifts really well. So we had our work cut out for us, but it was just nice in that last race to get a good start. They hung with us for a while, but we just kept our composure and managed to sail away on the final run.
Composure is a good word. I mean, when we've had the benefit of listening to the communications between the four of you, it's an extraordinary unit, the four sailors. It is composed and clinical and very calm. How would you describe the sailing team?
Yeah, I mean, we have sailed together for a long time now. Nathan's slightly newer to the core group, but he's gelling really well. And that's something we work on a lot, is the communication style and trying to keep it calm and collected during the more heated moments when things are happening really quickly. And it's really hard to do at times, especially in these boats when you've got really high closing speeds. So I think we did that pretty well this week, and something we'll just continue to work on towards the America's Cup.
A word about the racing here. For the spectator, it has been phenomenal. What's it been like on the water?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, we leave the marina and we're straight into it out there with 15 knots and nice waves. For the AC40, it's perfect, really. And it was just awesome to showcase the boat, you know. We finally got some conditions where it was nice, tight racing, seeing the boats go really fast, both upwind and downwind, and showing what the youth and women have to come next year. And I can't wait to watch that.
And just lastly, we're nearly into 2024. All eyes will turn to Barcelona. And there's not many opportunities to line up against the challengers. You know, how much confidence will you take from the outstanding performance here in Jeddah?
Yeah, I mean, it's our last real chance to race this style of boat before the Cup, but it's a totally different configuration for us. So we'll learn what we can from this racing, from a racing point of view, tactically and whatnot. But going forward, it's switching to the big boat now and how we sail that boat and making sure that we do the right things in the final build-up to Barcelona. And yeah, we're looking forward to it.
That's a good smile. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
How was your week? All good?
Well, we'll do English and Italian. You came here a young team with no expectations and had an amazing weekend. You know, how do you feel about it now it's done, about how you really took on the challenge?
To be honest, Marco is young. I'm not that young anymore, but yeah, for sure we didn't have many hours on the boat. This was, I think, our 11th or 12th day in the water together. So for sure, surprised about the performance and the result. At the end, we couldn't make it. I mean, we were in the final. We tried to do our best, but we couldn't win the final. Probably, if they ask us to sign something and before taking a plane to come here and say you're going to finish second, probably I would have signed. And so yeah, we are happy about this result. I hope this result will give us. I mean, to all the team in Cagliari, a big push to work even harder to have the 75 ready as soon as possible and then go sailing with that.
We get to listen to you on board, and it just feels like there's a lovely partnership between yourself and Marco. Talk to me a little bit about how you approached this event in Jeddah, and and how well you've done.
So yeah, for sure we find a balance. He is very on fire, and more the water and the ice that calm him down. So I think it's a very, very good balance that we are finding, which is quite good. The communication loop on board was really on the flow, and yeah, we are happy about that, but still have a long way to improve.
And just quickly on the final. I mean, congratulations! A great result getting into the final. How intimidating was it? What was that like, lining up against the defender?
To be honest, not that much. I mean, we raced with them all these 3 days. Unfortunately we couldn't arrive at the start on time, and we get into the line late, and then we had a circle which was not the best, of course, but yeah, to be honest, we kept on fighting. At one stage we came closer, and and then at the end the boat was not performing as we expect, and we were not able to finish the race because of a big crash in the last bearing away.
How much are you looking forward to next year in Barcelona?
Yeah, for sure, quite a lot. I'm gonna have the Olympic Games in and before, but yeah, I know it's gonna be a tough year, 2024, and really looking forward to it and to push everything I have.
We'll go in Italian.
Tom Slingsby, Team America Magic.
Sum up the regatta.
Obviously a bit disappointing for us. We coming back from day one was, we were never going to make that final race. But we just wanted to get some good races in and show that we're a strong team. Honestly, we made a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors, and we deserve a 4th place or whatever we finished.
And what about today, the final day, a 2nd and a 3rd? So you kind of finished pretty well.
Yeah, a little bit better. No, yesterday I was actually a bit disappointed with a 2-3-4. I felt like we were in positions to have like a 1-1-2, I think, like if we didn't lose positions. But today it felt like we were sort of moving up the fleet instead of down. And even with an OCS and behind by a long way in the last race, we managed to get up to third and felt like we're actually coming at the boats ahead.
Okay, so you're obviously disappointed with the results because you're competitive. But if we look at the bigger picture, you're going to move into different boats for the America's Cup itself. So have you learnt anything here that will be useful going forwards?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Every day you're on the water, you're learning. And especially every day you're not doing too well, you're learning. But I think more importantly for our team, we're a young team. We've never sailed together, and we're kind of experiencing some of the highs and lows of sailing. We had the high of Villanova as a team who had never sailed together before. And here, especially after day one, that's about the worst day on the water I think I've ever had. And we had a big low. And then some mediocre days, some moderate days in the middle. So, I mean, that's kind of what you want. If we came here and cleaned up again, we would never know what it would be like as a team after a bad day of sailing and how you're going to react and all that. So we've sort of experienced a range of emotions as a team, and we've just got to learn from those experiences.
Okay, thanks very much.
Paul Goodison, American Magic.
So, Paul, sum up the regatta from your point of view.
It's been very frustrating. We came here wanting to do a lot better than we have done, and the first day really was a bit of a kick in the teeth. But it was a good learning experience how we deal with it as a team. It's the first time we've really been under any pressure, or we've only sailed once together as a sailing team and we won. So to come and basically have our teeth kicked in and see how we sort ourselves out and come back from that was a good learning experience.
Do you think there was an element of coming to this thinking, well, did you put much effort and preparation into this, or were you hoping that because the first regatta had gone well, this one would as well?
We put a lot of preparation into the first regatta, is obviously a key goal, but then since then we've been really focused on the 75, designing the 75. We've sailed that for the last month and haven't sailed the 40, so the kind of mindset shifted a little bit more to the development, and I think we paid a little bit for that this week.
All right, let's give it a go. So let's look ahead. What's going to happen between now and the America's Cup?
We got a lot of work to do finishing off on the 75. A lot of sailing in that when we get back to Barcelona, and then we'll switch the focus a little bit to some more race practice in 2 AC40s. We've got a really strong sailing squad, so we'll be able to beat ourselves up a little bit like we've been doing this week as in-house racing, and then obviously switch to the race boat and getting that dialed in, ready for the Cup.
Thanks very much. I think okay. So Ben Ainslie, Ineos Britannia. Sum up today, first of all.
Yeah, up and down day really. Both races we had our issues. First race we were a little bit late for the start line, and second race we're in good shape but fell off the foil in a jibe. So yeah, frustrated with the results, but it felt like actually we made a step forwards in our performance, particularly upwind today. So I think all through the competition we've learned a lot, got ourselves somewhat back on the pace with some of these other high performing teams in this boat, which is really important with eyes through to the Cup next summer.
And the regatta overall, how's that helped your preparation, going forward?
Well, first of all, I think we have to say it's been a brilliant event. Just hats off to the Saudis, and Jeddah's been a fantastic venue, great racing, great hosts. For us, we've learned a huge amount from looking at our performance at Villanova to here in Saudi. in Jeddah, much better performance. Still a click off some of the other teams, still making a few too many mistakes in racecraft as well. So we've got to tidy all of that up with an eye to the Cup next summer, but certainly we've got the capability to do that as a team.
And what's the plan from now going forwards for the team?
Well, the plan now is we have some other racing to do. We got Sail GP, which is great competition. We've got a big race in Dubai next week with Emirates as our partner in that, so we're sort of de facto home team. So look forward to that, and with an eye on, getting our race boat ready to go in the water next year down in Barcelona. That's absolutely critical that we meet our timelines for that, our milestones to have a fast and reliable boat, and then do our job as sailors to race it well, get it around the track, and that's our focus.
Evan, thanks very much. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers, Sam. Safe travels to Dubai. Like that. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about today. How do you want to sum up the day?
Yeah, today was really interesting. Windy condition, quite sharper than yesterday, and the racing was just unbelievable. So tight, and hold across was really intense. I mean, this AC40 is unbelievable. You can have, in only a few months, a racing course quite tight between the fleets. So that was really interesting. And as a team, we improved so much, technically, but also sportively. And yeah, really happy with how we ended for us.
And so let's look ahead. What's the next months, leading up to the 2024 America's Cup? What are the plans? What's your timeline?
Yeah, next January we will push hard for our LEQ and try to improve our skills as a sailors and all the systems for the technical team. And yeah, it will be pretty intense. Not a completely different game. Try to develop our boat and just improve how to sail those AC75. So completely different.
In French now, please. Okay. So congratulations. Sum up the day.
Another ripper of a day. Beautiful conditions. Kind of strange position for us to be in, knowing we're through to the final, but wanting to prepare for it as best we could. Thought we built nicely through the day, sharpened up a few areas, and I think went into the match race really well prepared. It was kind of a strange start with a few things shifting with the race committee and Rossa having a few issues, but we managed to get into the entry. It was, and then from there it was a real battle the whole way. They kept tight even when we were in front, and everything you'd want in a close match race. So it was pretty fun.
And what are the lessons learned, if any, at this regatta?
Yeah, I think these AC World Series are quite strange because it's definitely not the big dance next year. But there's areas that will translate across to the big boat and to the match itself. So for the team, I think we've focused on those areas, the ones that we really need to focus on. Obviously, making the AC40 go fast and a few, more finer details of the boat's not the priority, but some of the tactical stuff, the communication, how we work together as a team is important. And I think over the last two events we've improved, and there's plenty of room for improvement. So that's pretty exciting for us, I think.
Okay, so it's Nathan Outteridge, Emirates Team New Zealand. Well, first of all, well done, congratulations. Job done.
Yeah, thanks. Gone one better this week, which was what we were coming here to do. And very, very happy, feeling relatively polished, a few areas to work on, but very happy to take the win.
And a word on the quality of the racing over these last few days.
Well, I think the conditions made the racing so much better than we've ever seen. As soon as you get that 10, 12 knots or 15 knots like we had today, the boats they speak for themselves. They're amazing boats, and the teams have been doing a fantastic job. You can see everyone is pushing hard. Tactically, it's really tight, really close, and it's just been an absolute joy to be involved in.
Talk me through that pre-start.
The match race pre-start, it was interesting setup. We were sort of struggling with some comms and information on the start, but when it came through, we were in a really good position, but Rossa seemed to be out of position. And so with the starting box being so small, that did make it challenging, because if you get in there on time, like we did, you find you've got a lot of time to kill and you have to do some circles, and doing circles in these boats and those waves is risky as well. So we saw the opportunity with Italy being late to try and get up and try and block them and hold them out, but it's so hard to defend to do something like that when they're so far away at such a different angle. So we ended up just putting ourselves in a position where we were behind them, happy on our time, and then we're able to attack them on the final push. And Pete did a fantastic job of really pushing Rossa quite close. I think we got a penalty on him and had like a clean start at the leeward end. So we put a lot of time and effort into preparing for the match race. A lot of thought has gone into how we want to tackle it with such a small starting box, and it was the first match race of our campaign for this cycle, so happy to take the win in that.
And a word on the opposition, Rossa and the youngsters on board.
They've done a fantastic job, the young guys on Rossa. They've stepped in with very little training when Jimmy and Keko decided to stay back in Italy to do, I guess, their development work. But yeah, the boys have sailed fantastic. They're I know a lot of them from Olympic sailing. I know they're very good sailors. I know how they know how to make a boat go fast, and they've done an awesome job on the AC40.
What would your advice be to especially Marco, at 19?
I don't think that guy needs any advice looking at how well he's done. I was looking at it the other day. I think he's almost half my age, and I didn't think I was that old, but yeah, he's done a great job. The confidence that they have sailing that boat, they're one of the boats, when you look around the course, they're pushing it. They're pushing the ride height, the rudder immersion, they're pushing the speed everywhere they go. So they're going to have a big future in this sport, that's for sure.
Final question. Just looking ahead, what's the plan for the team, and what's the timeline now going into 2024 and the next America's Cup?
Yeah, well, this event today marks the end of the AC40 racing for us. We'll obviously continue our testing and development and in-house racing in the AC40s back in Auckland over the summer coming up, and then we'll be just getting everything ready for the big show next year. So new boats in construction, looking forward to launching that next year and just going through the commissioning phase of that, getting it up to Barcelona and getting into the real thing. I think this has been a perfect series for us to do a few events to really work on the racing side of things and how we operate as a team on race days. Pete and Blair and the rest of the team have been doing that for a long time. It's new for me, so trying to find my place in the team and work on how we divide the roles out has been really beneficial. But yeah, next year's going to be the exciting one. I can't wait to see each team launch their pieces of equipment, because ultimately we know the race is all about the fastest boat, and our job will be to pilot those things as fast as we can and try and make some smart decisions around the course. So yeah, it's a good time to take a pause, focus over the summer on some more development and get ready for racing next year.
Great, thanks very much. So let's just start in English, Marco. How are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you disappointed? Tell me.
It was a difficult day on the water for us. We had some issues with the boat, so it was a rush, but we were fast. We won the first race. So as you know, when you win and you know how to win, you always want to win, and no one want to lose. So we believed that we could do it. There was one shot, nothing to lose, and at the end we gave our best. So I think we have to be happy, but we want to win, so we want to keep learning stuff.
So talk me through the splashdown.
Yeah, it was tight better away, 18-20 knots with some chop. We didn't rush it a lot. Basically, we had some issues also with the Traveller. We had some problem on the boat there was high temperature, and the functions were not going super fast, so it was also our bad. We could do better, but that's what happened.
You're tired, you're a bit disappointed at the result of the final, but overall, looking back at the last few days, did you have fun?
I think yes, we had really a lot of fun. And at the beginning, if someone said to us, you will be second on this race, on this regatta, we would say, okay, I sign it now. So yes, but I mean, no one is here to lose, but to win a lot of times, you also have to lose a lot of times, and that time we lost.
Ok, in italiano adesso. Una settimana fa avresti mai immaginato che arrivavi in finale?
No, una settimana fa sinceramente non avrei mai pensato che saremmo potuti arrivare in finale, però come ho già detto la fame viene mangiando e nessuno gioca una finale per perderla, quindi sicuramente è molto, diciamo, non triste, però volevamo fare meglio e non ci siamo riusciti, ma testa alta e continuare.
Descrivimi un po' dal tuo punto di vista il pre-start.
Sì, purtroppo nella finale, come ho già detto, abbiamo avuto dei problemi alla barca e li abbiamo risolti all'ultimo, grazie anzi al comitato che ci ha dato pure 5 minuti in più per la partenza. Siamo arrivati in ritardo, abbiamo fatto l'ingresso molto tardi, circa 30 secondi, mi sa pure di più, 30-40 secondi in ritardo. E poi i neozelandesi giustamente sono subito venuti a cercarci e ci hanno bloccato da sottovento. Abbiamo dovuto virare per forza e siamo partiti qualche secondo in ritardo. Poi dopo questo siamo comunque rimasti in regata, eravamo lì vicini ma non riuscivamo a rientrare. Ci abbiamo provato in tutti i modi e piano piano, mentre più il tempo passava più si surriscaldava non mi ricordo come si chiama, il generatore, e il traveler rallentava di velocità e diciamo che tutto era difficile.
Il problema con la barca cos'era?
Purtroppo abbiamo avuto un problema che non sono un tecnico, però prima della prima partenza, subito appena usciti, abbiamo dovuto staccare un generatore, penso, uno dei due, quindi no, un raffreddatore, quindi potevamo raffreddare solo con uno e dopo 20 minuti la barca si surriscaldava, quella parte lì si surriscaldava e le funzioni andavano più piano. Quindi abbiamo 20 minuti di autonomia per navigare al nostro massimo. Fuori da quei 20 minuti ci si rallentava il carrello randa e non potevamo, però ripeto, ce avevamo tutto in partenza, soltanto che siamo arrivati tardi e vedremo, dai.
E qual è la lezione, personalmente, qual è la lezione più grande per te di questa regata?
La prima lezione più grande è che è bello non avere aspettative perché veramente puoi puntare alle stelle. La seconda è che nessuno è qui per perdere, quindi i neozelandesi non sono qui per perdere, nessun team è qui per perdere. Quindi la più grande lezione che ho è che veramente avendo ambizioni alte si può puntare a tutto anche con pochi giorni di allenamento. Quindi sono contento e ci alleneremo forte fino a Barcellona.
Last question in English. So down and out in the final, but you're going to be back and we're going to see you back racing and attacking again.
I think yes, we are not died, we just lost a race and New Zealand were stronger today, but let's see in the future. We will still training, still improving. Thank you.
Grazie. È stato bellissimo rivederti.